How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Ethan Bridge and I'm host of the Social Media Marketing School podcast and the guy behind the Instagram page at The Marketing. When people first start an account on Instagram, myself included, we go in thinking it's going to be much easier than it actually is. We see other creators within the niche we are just about to start an account in that have achieved great success in a very short period of time. They talk about all these different things and they make it look very easy. So when we actually come to do it ourselves, we're sort of thrown back a little bit when we realize, oh, this isn't quite what I expected. And therefore many people fall at the first hurdle by not realizing that. But throughout my journey so far, I admit, yes, I've probably seen much quicker success than what most people may experience on the platform, but people have also grown on the platform much quicker than I have and seen much more success than I have. It's different for everyone. But there are some things that I've come across that I did not expect to happen, or my opinions on certain aspects of things have changed. And that's why in today's episode of Social Media Marketing School, I wanted to discuss 5 truths about Instagram growth that you may not currently know, especially if you are a brand new creator on the platform. Or if you are an experienced creator, you may just be listening to this episode agreeing with everything I say, because it's likely that you would have stumbled across these same hurdles or now have the same mindset that I do towards the points that I'm going to make. So without any further ado, let's just dive straight into the first truth. And it closely relates to the introduction in that there is no such thing as an overnight success on Instagram. It's going to take longer than a week to hit a substantial amount of followers. It took me 30 days to reach 1,000. Admittedly, it got quicker after that point, but for me, that was a pretty, I thought, successful time frame to reach the first 1,000 in. You might get it quicker, you might get it slower, but that's a realistic time frame to look at. So if you see these people that have blown up substantially overnight, they've either got very lucky with a very viral post, which fair play to them, or they have grown their following through false techniques that you should never use to achieve your following. So it's not an overnight job. You cannot expect to be posting content for a week, get 1,000 followers and start making money for your business. It really doesn't work like that. It takes a lot of work and a lot of consistency. That is the main thing. I first started and I set out on a 90-day content challenge. From the very beginning, from day one, I said to myself, right, I'm going to post content every single day for 90 days to give myself the best opportunity to succeed on this platform. Because if I wasn't consistent and I didn't post every single day, one, I wouldn't have got into the habit of creating content in the way I did, and I wouldn't have improved as quickly as I did because I was creating content every single day. But the algorithm wouldn't have been able to establish the content I was creating. It wouldn't have then been able to recommend me to other users on the platform so that I could grow organically. It all sort of played in together to form eventually what turned out to be a very successful journey. But that 90-day content challenge I set out from day one, and I recorded my steps along the way. So I sort of split it up into 3 sections, 0 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 90. And obviously the first 30, I hit 1,000 on day 30. And that was pretty much what I was setting out to achieve. But that did involve a lot of engagement, consistent content creation. And at first it was slow. But the 90 days was more a thing of consistency. So truth number 1. There is no such thing as an overnight success. You have to put the work in. You have to create the content. You have to do all of these other things that I'm potentially going to mention in today's episode. I don't want to sort of throw it all into point 1, but don't think it's going to be an easy journey. Don't think you can post content for a week and you'll be at 1,000 followers and you'll have 4 clients for your business. That won't happen. It could happen, but it's unlikely. So truth number 1, no such thing as an overnight success. Truth number 2, you need to have a plan. When I first started, I had an idea. I didn't necessarily have a plan, but I very quickly realized that I needed to have a plan in place, because you've got to think about this. Your social media account, whatever platform you may be using, is effectively a marketing tool. You build an audience on these platforms so that you can leverage that audience to grow your business. Now, if you don't have a plan on how you're going to build this audience, what service you're going to eventually provide to these people and how you're then going to leverage that audience to buy that service, you're never going to be able to grow a business alongside the account you are creating. So your plan may vary. You may not be on Instagram to grow a business alongside. You may just want to become an influencer and you are essentially trying to secure brand deals. But you've still got to have a plan on how you are going to produce content that's going to build you an audience so that then you have the power to leverage these brand deals from the content you produce. Your content is essentially a roadmap to get you from point A, which is where you are now, to point B, which is where you want to be. The bridge between those 2 points is the content you produce. So therefore, you need to have a solid plan about the content you are going to produce in order to get to the point where you need to be. And I very quickly realized that. Very early on, I was simply just creating content on anything and everything and hoping everything would just fall into place. Didn't work like that. I had to sit down, take a step back and have a serious look at the content I was creating, what I wanted to achieve, and adjust accordingly. And when I did, that is actually when everything changed for me. I switched up my branding. You can see the transition I made if you go onto my account. There is a clear transition of where the branding on my page changed. And from that point onwards, if you then go and check my analytics on Ninjalytics, you'll see that is where I started to see the exponential growth. Was it a coincidence? Maybe. But I personally think it was down to the fact that I actually started having a plan to get to the point where I wanted to achieve. So, truth number 2, you need to have a plan. Don't just wing it. As soon as you have a plan in place, that will provide you with the structure and you will have a more streamlined process to get to the point where you are aspiring to be at. If you don't know where you're going, how do you expect your audience to understand that journey as well? If your journey is all over the place on your page, then nobody's going to want to follow you. Have a clear roadmap of how you are going to reach the point that you want to achieve. Truth number 3, you will make mistakes, and that is okay. Everyone thinks it's going to be this smooth journey where everything just goes right and everything falls into place and everything's perfect. I cannot even begin to tell you the amount of mistakes I've made on the platform. But a lot of people will see mistakes as these things that you shouldn't be doing. Oh, I've made a mistake that set me back. A mistake, in my opinion, isn't necessarily a failure. It's not a bad thing. A mistake is a lesson learned. And a lesson learned means that you are growing as an entrepreneur, you are growing as a content creator, you are growing as an individual. And if you're able to do that, surely that mistake that you've made is actually a positive because something good has come out of it. Never have a negative outlook on making mistakes. Always have a positive one. Think, right, I made that mistake, but the good thing is now I know why I made that mistake, and now I know never to make that mistake again. And therefore, this is actually a positive thing, and I can move forward and become a better individual. If you go for years on Instagram or business or whatever in life and not make a mistake, when you make that first mistake, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks and you're not going to know what's hit you and it could crush you essentially, and you won't know how to deal with this mistake and move forward from it. So making tiny mistakes every now and again is, one, inevitable. If you go for years without making a mistake, then I don't know how you've done that. No one is perfect. We are humans at the end of the day. We all make mistakes. So just be prepared. You will make mistakes, and it is completely fine to. Learn from others' mistakes as well. You'll see people on Instagram, they will talk about the mistakes they make. I certainly do. I do it on this podcast all the time as well. Learn from other people's mistakes so that you don't make those same mistakes in your business. But then also do other people a favor by talking about the mistakes you make. That's another good thing about making mistakes. You can turn them into an opportunity by creating a piece of content on it. If you make a mistake, it's likely someone else has made that same mistake also, or is currently making that same mistake. So if you make a piece of content on it, you are making everybody aware of that mistake and now benefiting from the mistake that you've made. So not only are you learning, you're also leveraging that mistake and seeing a benefit from it, because it could be a post that goes viral and gets you more reach than ever, which could bring you in more clients, more followers, build your brand. So making mistakes, not a bad thing at all, but you will definitely make them. Truth number 4, collaboration is key. Collaboration is a lot when it comes to social media, and everyone's here to help. We're all on the same journey. You'll notice that when you join Instagram and you begin creating content, you'll pretty much embed yourself into a community of some sort. There will be other creators that will create similar content to you, and therefore you'll engage with each other, you'll have conversations with each other, you'll learn from each other. But that's all part of being part of that community. And therefore you need to collaborate with other individuals if you want to progress further and truly succeed on the platform. Very early on, when you have a small follower base, people understand the struggle, especially if they've been there before and they've got slightly more followers than you. They know what it feels like to sort of get your account off the ground. But it might be the case that somebody has helped that individual in the past, and that's why they realize the struggle, but that makes them feel as if they need to help others going forward. Certainly was the case for me, and that's why you'll see me every now and again share people my story that I really think that their content is phenomenal for the amount of following they have. I've shared a few people, and some cases called it right. There is one account that I followed very, very early on where they had 90, 100 followers. I shared their account, and they're now over 10k followers. I could just tell from the content they created that they were going to do phenomenally. And I even sent them a DM and I reached out to them. I said, look, carry on creating content. Do not get disheartened by anything because the content you create is phenomenal. And damn right, lots of other individuals in the community thought the same, shared this account. And within 5 or 6 months, they're now over 10,000 followers and seeing great success. And that is just an example of how bigger creators have sort of grouped together to help the smaller creators, because they understand the struggle. They know that this person's content was amazing and it deserved far more exposure than it was getting. And they gave that helping hand. Everyone is here to help you. So begin collaborating with the community. Collaborate with other people within the same industry as you. Do guest posts. Do collaborative posts where you suggest each other's content. Share people in your story, because when you begin helping other people will want to help you also, because they will see you as this person that is someone in the community that helps others. And when you are seen as this person, people are going to want to help you. You cannot expect people to help you if you don't help others in the first place. It's like asking for something and never giving. That doesn't work. Life doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So help others first, and then others will help you. But collaboration is something that can really, really help get your account off the ground if done correctly. So try and do guest posts with other creators. Try and do collaborative posts. Try and share other people's stories so that they share yours. And you'll see that as you continue to do it over time, people will begin to reciprocate that ability to share content, and therefore your account will grow as a result. So collaboration is everything. We're all here to help each other, so please do. And truth number 5, the final one of today's episode, and that is engagement will make or break your growth on Instagram, or pretty much any social media platform for that matter. When I first started, I was engaging for around 3 hours a day. It was a lot, and this is sort of the standard many people will tell you that you need to be doing. And I know that can be very difficult if Instagram isn't your full-time gig and you have other things to be doing, but you should try to engage as much as possible with the community. When it comes to social media, the truth is in the name. To succeed on social media, you have to be social. When you're first starting out, there's no point in producing all of this phenomenal content if nobody is going to be seeing it in the first place. If you want people to see your content very early on, you have to engage for them to then come to your page. You cannot just be expecting people to simply just stumble across your page and follow you. You have to actively seek out your ideal follower, your potential clients, and by doing so, these people will then come to visit your page, check out your content, and potentially follow your account as a result. But that would never have come if you hadn't reached out to them in the first place and began engaging with their content. To become a part of the community, you're not simply just going to slip into a community by being silent. You have to engage with all of these other creators in the community. At first, probably not a lot will happen, but as you engage over time, as you engage with the big creators, if you implement some of the engagement strategies I've spoken about in the past, people will see your name cropping up again and again and again and again. And when they do, they'll think, oh, I keep seeing this person, let me go check out their content. They go to your page, see that you create amazing content, follow you. and then they'll return the engagement because you've been engaging with their content, and that's how you increase the engagement on your content. But if you hadn't have done all this and simply waited for people to just stumble across your page, it's going to be a very long, slow, painful process. Could it still work? Of course. But it's going to be far more difficult than if you were to just have a solid engagement strategy, combine that with an effective content strategy, and achieve the results that you want to be achieving. So I'm not going to talk too much about engagement because I talk about it all the time. Go back to previous episodes that I've recorded and check out the engagement strategies I talk about. Implement one of those, and you will see far better growth than you're seeing at the moment if you don't have an engagement strategy. I can almost guarantee you that, hands down. I'm not going to guarantee you it 100% because you might do the engagement wrong, but there's a 99% chance that you will achieve better results than you're achieving at the moment if you don't currently have an engagement strategy. So check back on the previous episodes, start implementing an effective engagement strategy, and you will see better results. And that wraps up the 5 truths on Instagram growth. And let's just quickly recap them. So, number 1, there's no such thing as an overnight success. You can't just expect to post content for a week and achieve 10,000 followers and get clients. Not the case. Consistency over a long period of time is what will get you the results. Number 2, you need to have a plan. You're at point A now. You want to be at point B. Your content strategy, engagement strategy, your social media marketing strategy as a whole is the bridge that's going to get you from point A to the point B. So have a plan. How are you going to get there? Because without one, you'll be all over the place. Number 3, you will make mistakes, and that's completely okay. A mistake is a lesson learned, and it's a positive. Take that mistake, turn it into a piece of content. Get even more benefit out of it. But ultimately, making mistakes are lessons learned, and when you learn lessons, you become a better person, you become a better business person, you become a better entrepreneur, you become a better creator. Everything's going to improve from the mistakes you make, and they are inevitable. So don't worry about them, don't get caught up on them, see them as an improvement in yourself. Number 4, collaboration is key. We're all here to help, we're all part of the community. Everyone is on the same path. So reach out to people, do collaborative posts, do guest posts, share people in your story. That collaboration will then be reciprocated and help you grow your account as a result. And then finally, engagement is going to make or break your success on any social media platform. When you first start out, nobody knows who you are. You have to actively seek out people for them to then visit your page and follow you and see your content as a result. But without that, you cannot simply just expect people to stumble across your content. They might, and it obviously will happen over time when you begin to grow organically, but very early on won't be the case. Have a solid engagement strategy, listen to one of my previous podcast episodes, and you will see better results. And that wraps up today's video. If you did enjoy, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turned on post notifications. That way you will never miss a video when I post one. But if you did enjoy today's episode, I did just want to mention that this is a part of my podcast series, Social Media Marketing School. And the audio version of the podcast is actually the place to be because I release this content a lot sooner over there than I do here on YouTube. So I'll leave some links in the description below. Head down there and make sure you are subscribing. But if you've got any questions with regards to anything that I've mentioned, please just reach out to me on Instagram at TheMarketingEthan. Send me a DM and I'll make sure I get back to you no matter what. But if you have made it to this point in the video, I just want to finish off by saying thank you for tuning in and I will see you in the next one.